Hello and welcome to Explore Hayat. Technology continually reshapes the world from how we communicate to how we work and live. Its evolution opens doors to innovation, but also raises questions about ethics, privacy, and equality. As we navigate this ever changing landscape, embracing technology's potential while addressing its challenges becomes crucial for shaping a better future. To discuss on the subject, get ready to meet our extraordinary guest, a trailblazer in digital strategy and transformation. With over 26 years of tech prowess, her journey represents expertise, empowerment, and innovation. Starting her career in Brazil, she mastered data processing and computer science, quickly becoming a standout webmaster in a male-dominant landscape. Her skill set spans digital transformation, governance, program management, and cloud transition. Now let's give a warm welcome to our esteemed guest, Kelly Machado. Who is Kelly Machado? A professional Brazilian woman in tech, living in Dubai, working in Dubai.
Exactly.
So who is that?
Okay. So Kelly Machado, it's how can I say, a very motivated, simple, I would say, and but a very brave woman that came from a small city in the middle of Brazil, from Cuiabá, Mato Grosso.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of that, actually. And a woman that at that time, I mean, more than 20 years ago, and I have started into the public school of data processing in Cuiabá, Mato Grosso. Actually, we can even add some pictures of that, maybe.
Sure.
With my colleagues, where we keep in contact until nowadays. So my journey started there with 16 years old, when I was in that federal school, actually, where we would, do a very, how can I say, very difficult at some level of exam to be part of that school.
Yeah.
So I'm very keen to talk about that, to actually initiate exactly talking about this, because for me, I think the school and the place where you started your career journey, it means, I think, everything until the rest, until nowadays, for me especially, because you keep the connections, the relationships, the teachers, whatever you learned there, whatever people gave you as an example at that time, is somehow things that you bring forever in your professional life, career life, and why not in the personal life too.
Yeah. Okay, so before we go and dive deeper into the tech related questions, so let's talk about your pre-entrepreneurship life in Brazil. So you tell us, how did you start there and what was the beginning? And how did you end up coming to Dubai, UAE? What made you to come here?
Okay. So how it started my journey that time in Brazil? So a part of school, academic life. So I started mostly like everyone else in the development career as application developer. So 26 years ago, I was web designer, webmaster. I was working in a place. I was studying in the afternoon, and also working by myself, starting my entrepreneurship, journey. I believe so from there. Why? Because first, when you are working in some place, and then you somehow you stand out, because the work that you do, because the relationships that you do, because the way that you actually deliver your work. So you start also to be called to work for another companies and another people. And then I started to see the opportunity actually to work by myself.
Yeah.
So from that time, I started somehow little by little to move on from the employment life, I would say, into investing more, into have my own license and my own thing, and to build my own community of customers and clients and so on. Even though in parallel of that, until many years after, I have been working in big consulting global companies, which also, of course, it makes part of your professional profile, I would say.
Okay, and that was all in Brazil.
Yes, in Brazil. Also, when I came in UAE, also
Yeah.
back in 2015,
Yeah.
I also was working. I came actually still working for a specific company or a specific entity,
Right.
and then, but I didn't actually disconnect totally from my own entrepreneurship journey
Yeah.
from Brazil. So little by little, I started to migrate the entrepreneurship journey to UAE because it's the same company that I already, or the same startup that I have already started in Brazil back to more than 20 years ago.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So, Kelly, tell, how did you end up coming to Dubai? What made you to come to Dubai?
Okay, that's a very, very nice question. Because for me at that time, what made me to come to Dubai actually is not the same reason that I have nowadays. Exactly. At that time, my main goal was I wanna go work out of Brazil. I wanna have the opportunity to work out of Brazil, to work abroad. I was already working abroad for a specific projects and positions that I was getting in the companies where I was working. But I wanted to leave, to really, to move out from Brazil and to live in another country.
Yep.
So I was considering few countries at that time.
Okay.
And my main goal was to go for a country where I could also have the opportunity to improve my academic life in terms, post-graduation, MIT, and so on, and PhD itself in an international university. That was one of my dreams at that time. And then exactly the opportunity came exactly in Dubai in 2015. So now what I can tell you is that that God has, very special ways, I think, to put ourselves in the right place, I guess.
Okay.
Because I came to UAE, Dubai specifically at that time, which was one of the options, but nowadays exactly is the best place in the world for technology entrepreneurship and for technology career. So at that time, this was not really there for all of us, especially me living far away, even though I have been in Dubai before I moved here, definitely. But this was not there, I think, in the mind of people nowadays. Everyone really knows that here is one of the places where not only the government, but the private companies, they really need to invest in technology.
Oh, I see.
So you will have the most wide, let's say, kind of professionals needed here.
Okay. So you had several options to relocate yourself from Brazil, but you finally decided to come to Dubai.
Exactly.
So you formed a company here, or some company invited you, or it was some business relationship that brought you here and then you reestablished here?
Well, actually, I had a mentor at that time from IBM, one of the companies that I worked for before in São Paulo. This is a small part that we didn't speak about yet because I lived like so many years in São Paulo also. Anyways, at that time, this mentor actually was living in Dubai. So this is was one of the reasons that somehow connected me a little bit more to UAE Dubai. And also because 3 years before, I was actually engaged in a global project where I needed to travel to work with a global team in Dubai itself. So this gives me more, how can I say, connection with Dubai for the fact that I was here before, for work for some time. So I already kind of knew a little bit about the city, about the safety, about the whole good points that we know nowadays about the country and the city.
Very nice. So you found your way to come to Dubai, and what you expected, you found it here. That's why you're planning to live here.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
Very good.
So I didn't think 2 times. I just packed everything and came right away with my 2 dogs to Dubai.
I see. So they are still with you now?
And with my company also. Exactly.
Brilliant. So Kelly, now you as an IT expert, you would tell us something about technology nowadays.
About technology nowadays. Okay. Coming from someone, that started to work in technology industry when we had, the paper cards,
Yeah.
the big paper cards,
Yes.
the green screen computers, the IBM computers. I mean, of course, it's very clear for everyone how much things has changed for everyone, but especially for whoever is technology professional, it changes a lot the way that we work. So now the consulting services in technology is much more than needed, not only for companies itself, but for medium and small businesses.
Okay.
So we know, I mean, we can see in the news, right, how many companies actually has been created. I wish actually my company was there also in that list, but maybe soon. Who knows? But we have Microsoft, Oracle, so many companies that they are not really popular for people that nowadays they are using technology.
Okay.
But as a professional in technology field, we know how much these companies is in the background, of everything that we see nowadays. The phones that we are using, the softwares, the applications that we have in the phone. Look here, especially here in Dubai, the level of digital services that we have. We didn't even dream about this at that time.
Yeah.
That's why when I try to connect entrepreneurship in technology and professional career in technology with Dubai, with UAE, that is the main point, because not other place in the world we are having, I believe, this level and the volume of usage of mobile applications, of responsive platforms, and everything else that we have here is in terms of facial recognition, artificial intelligence already applied, patterns, recognition with AI, and plus the application, the real application of the emerging technologies. Here, you really need to be on top of that. You really need to know how to do it, how to apply, how to give how to provide a consulting for a company or for business that they really want to apply that technologies. Because if you want to invest here in Dubai, you cannot skip the technology part. While in other places or maybe other countries, you still can manage in other ways, right? So here, the infrastructure itself for technology, is already there, very much available for all the companies. By the way, one very important thing I think to talk about, I believe so, is that we just had a few weeks ago the Crown Prince announcement that they are actually implementing the AI function itself across all government entities. So this is exactly to make sure that all the entities, they are really having one team or one function or a group of people there that is taking care of AI application or artificial intelligence application in all the sectors that it's supporting the city, right? Not only for the residents, but for the tourists also. I cannot, of course, talk in the name of the media office, but this is actually a news to the government media office. So it means that we can expect, I believe so, for the next, very soon or for the next month.
Yeah, we can expect lots of technological advancements and the progress in Dubai for sure, in the whole UAE, I would say. There's no doubt about it, because we have seen from smart gates, eye scan, no passport, no fingerprints, nothing, just you walk through. So this technology, we saw how quickly Dubai adapted to technology. Then we have got how it is like the court system, which is working on, they have not a phone call, the video call, they do it. Even if you're overseas,
Dubai
police is also doing the same. So it means you don't have to go to the court. So they give you a call, video call. You just have to show your ID. Even if somebody else, like your PRO, like here in Dubai, this PRO, public relationship officer, who's doing lots of your government office related jobs. The PRO, if he's doing the job on behalf of you and he cannot sign on behalf of you, so there is a system. they just go to the UAE Pass. The UAE Pass is the app you have.
The integration, yes.
Such an integration. This is amazing, you know.
Exactly.
So they send a code to you and they ask, is it you who's allowing someone to access your data?
Yes.
And then you say the code matches with that and you say yes. And then he gets the access and he can do the job for you. So
This
you
is
don't have to go to the office.
By the way, this is exactly what we call in technology
Yeah,
field,
what do you call it?
Identity management. This is one of the techniques that we have in, in the many technology frameworks that we have to work with.
This is really amazing. This is so impressive. I haven't seen anywhere this technology in the world who's using identity management in this way, the way UAE is managing.
To facilitate,
Yeah, to facilitate. Have you ever seen any other country doing like that?
To be honest, no.
Right?
That's the thing. I think we become spoiled here.
Yeah.
Because everything is so easy.
So handy.
I mean, to go through the airport, right?
Yeah.
Even though we can expect, as you were talking about you just mentioned the UAE Pass.
Yeah.
For example, now there is somehow a wave of the UAE Pass integration with many other services that we have.
Right.
So the expectation is to everywhere where you have to authenticate in the mobile applications or either through the websites.
Right.
So you can just in one click to log in, not with your password, right, with the numbers and so on and the two-factor authentication. No, you just authenticate on your own mobile application for UAE Pass and boom, you there. you were logged.
Yeah.
And one more thing that I believe it's very nice to highlight also is that there is a huge change coming. I'm not really sure if it's this year or next year's, but it's about the UAE Pass integration also that you were going to be able to use as a debit or credit card. So the central bank, they are working on that. I believe so for some time now. There is many colleagues working, with them. I mean, from different companies, from government entities, from the central bank itself. So this is a very, wow factor that is coming because it's going to change a lot.
Yeah. Recently, a friend of mine, he was applying for a credit card and that bank did not ask him to provide any identity, did not ask to provide any signature. They just asked my friend, he said, please go to your UAE Pass app.
Okay.
And then the UAE Pass apps asked the friend that some certain bank wants to access to this to get your identity. Is that you allow? So once you allow, they get all the information from there directly. So the bank does not require any paperwork or anything. They get the access, they get the approval, and then the credit cards come straight away to you.
Exactly.
And
this is one the facilities, right? That technology is bringing for the finance sector, for example, financial sector. This is one of the main points. Even for the companies itself, it's facilitating. I'm not really sure, about the licensing and the setup, how much is facilitated as of now, but for sure something is also happening because now, from now on, we can expect, digital services transformation, I would say, or innovation. That's, I think, is the next level, of transformation in all the sectors: education, financial, housing, tourism, hospitality, healthcare, especially too, right? And one of the very, I think, trending things as of now is exactly about the raining, right? That just happened in Dubai. Cloud seeding and so on. This is a very also well-known in technology, but also about the crisis management. What about the systems and the technology that they use it? We know, for example, there is Dubai here which is a municipality solution that actually allowed people, to be able to see the hazard that allow in other entities and even in other government places to see or to verify the hazard areas. Where is red, where is yellow, where is green, where to drive the traffic, for example. This is the kind of thing, the kind of systems and solutions that it's helping everywhere, I would say.
No, this is really remarkable to see all these kind of technological changes, which we have seen in our own life from our own eyes, like in the span of last 1 decade, probably. What other interesting technological changes are you seeing in this city, Dubai, or the whole UAE? Would you like to share some more interesting stuff like that?
Well, honestly, I think the main you cannot skip. I mean, if we can see anything new and innovative,
Yeah.
it's exactly artificial intelligence.
Artificial
The recognition,
intelligence.
even in the petrol stations, for example,
Yeah.
depend of which petrol station you go, but there is already a technology, because it's not all the petrol stations branding. How do we say the name?
Petrol station branding.
No, I mean, because we have 2 or 3.
Like
Yeah, but we have only 2 or 3, right? Petrol stations.
Yeah.
Like card, for example. Like you have Visa, you have MasterCard.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
we have ADNOC and EPCO.
EPCO, Enoch.
Yeah, I believe
ADNOC.
so in
Yeah.
ADNOC and Enoch. But I know already there is some application there from one of the global consulting companies, where they can recognize already that this customer is coming every week or twice a week to refuel the petrol,
Right.
and this person likes to, for example, to buy this kind of product and coming at this time or at that time. This is a way to somehow to collect the data to provide a better customer service for whoever is consumer in that place.
Yeah. That's
so this is one of the interesting new things. Also, there is the drones, right, which is controlling the traffic and collecting with artificial intelligence, also collecting data from the traffic, also helping with the security, land security, and so on. So there is many things. I believe so. Do you know that the best place also to be really, how can I say, updated?
Yeah.
And all of that is Joytex. Joytex, which is the biggest technology conference and exhibition in the world. Really, it brings all the innovation, points, let's say, and news that is in the market, especially not only from the region, to be honest with you, because it's a place where, as you said before, it's a hub, as Dubai is a hub for each kind of business and industry. Joytex also brings a lot of startups from many other countries, many other places. And this is exactly one of the places where I brought my startup there, to be honest with you. Yeah, just trying to connecting things.
I want to know, like, how much advance have we gone in technology in Dubai, and where do we see ourselves in the future? One thing which you mentioned is about the AI integration into everything. So where else can you show that? Because, for example, now this AI or this drone taxis, they're also coming, flying taxis.
Oh, yes. But that is still not really futuristic, if I may, to be honest.
It's just almost like end of this year, 2024?
Yeah, but let's be honest, that this would, because I know this is one of the things that is trending now, right? It's coming, it's already there.
Yeah.
But I mean, as I see the vision of, the country and from Dubai, I don't see that as the latest wow thing, because I believe so, that Dubai, you will see some, I don't know, quantum holographic cars flying, around or something like that. Yeah, no engines anymore, no like this taxi that is coming soon, which is somehow resembles a small helicopter, right?
Yeah.
So, but the really wow thing to come after that, I believe so, is exactly the one with like a jet, with some kind of propulsion, which it allows the car to fly, but without the sound and without the same trouble of an helicopter, for example.
Yeah.
This is actually already possible, right? But we don't know where is it yet.
You don't know yet.
Yes.
Maybe.
I think because one very funny thing for me is that I really I really connect Dubai to the Jetsons cartoon that I told you before.
Yeah.
When the Jetsons, if you come from Jebel Ali driving in the direction to Sharjah, when you about to enter Dubai and exit, I think 29, 27, if you looked at the landscape, you will see somehow the same picture that you have in the Jetsons cartoon.
Yeah, true.
And that's how I how can I say that? That's my expectation, while living here and, having my life here, is to see exactly what we see in the Instagram, like the spaceship coming or going out from Museum of the Future. That's what I'm looking for, to be honest.
Yeah. So do you see, as a woman, any hindrances or any difficulties for you to grow yourself in the tech in this environment when there are most of the men, they are working in this? So do you see any problems, hurdles, hindrances for yourself or the women, those who want to join this as a career path?
Well, that's a very good question. Of course, problem is always there because it's a very male-dominated field, right? I believe so. That's exactly why you see most of the women growing their career to the management, direction, or to the leadership direction. If you go until the next levels, you see women more into CIO positions instead of CTO positions, because it's much more technical. But I don't think actually that this is a problem. For me, after so many years now, I can feel that actually so many challenges in the way gives me actually strength. I believe so, to be a better professional, even in the technical aspects, because to compete with the men in a very male dominated market, in a very specialist market and very complex also, you need to study much more. You need to be somehow, you need to try to know to be a better, in your technical skills. Exactly, because you were able to dominate a conversation, or to challenge, if you are getting challenged also by your male colleagues, because they will sometimes they will always think that you might not know that kind of a specialty because it's too much technical. So somehow this gives you, this can demotivate you or either motivate you to be even better, right? So we can take in a positive way or in a negative way. So the challenge is there, yes, but is it something that actually impact negatively for women? Actually, no. You know why? Because when, as a woman, you invest in a career that is very male dominated, so when you stand out, you can stand out for real, for good, so